Hey everyone, good morning. Thanks for joining me. Unfortunately, the time of day that I'm recording this blog, the sun behind me is shining in a way that makes me kind of blurry a little bit. But because I'm starting the meditation, the blog rather, with a meditation, I decided I would go with it because it's kind of ethereal looking. So the name of this blog this week is called Lingering in the Moment. So let's just begin the meditation now. So close your eyes and be sure that your feet are flat on the floor. Begin by taking a long, deep breath in through your nose, very slowly. Hold it and release it slowly through your mouth. With each breath, open to the healing energy all around you. Take another deep breath, hold it, and slowly release it. One more time, breathe in ever so slowly, hold it, and then release it. As you exhale, allow your shoulders, jaw, your arms, your legs, and your entire body to relax as inner peace begins to fill you. It's the end of summer, and you've rented a small cabin in the woods. It has all the amenities you need to feel comfortable and safe. There are some other cabins in the area, but you can't see them or hear anything other than the sounds of nature. You feel a wonderful sense of peace and tranquility that you've been longing for. Other family members will be joining you tomorrow, but for tonight, you are looking forward to the seclusion and the quiet that has been hard to come by during an active, fun-filled summer. It's almost sunset, so you grab your beach chair and walk down a path through the woods. You come to a clearing and you walk out onto a white, sandy shore by the ocean. You feel so fortunate to have found such a unique place with both forest and the sea so close to each other. The sky still has hints of blue, but the setting sun has captured your attention. You place your beach chair down and settle in to capture the last moments of the day. The sound of the waves crashing powerfully on the shore is mesmerizing. The rhythmic rising and falling of each swell of the briny sea lulls you into a deep inner space that is familiar, refreshing, and renewing. The sun has blessed you with its nightly altering of colorful garments before it bids you adieu. Finally, it is just about to drop beneath the horizon, and you close your eyes for just a few minutes and enjoy the transcendent feeling of connection to God, your soul, and your team of light. You take a breath and you whisper to the heavens, I am peace. I am love. After a short while, you open your eyes, and the moon is now climbing into the star-filled sky. It is full and bright and shimmers like a million diamonds on the inky black sea. You take a deep breath, and with it, take in the powerful energy of the massive ocean before you. Water of all kinds always represent emotion. And right now, your emotions are filled with gratitude and awe as unexpected tears of appreciation slip from your eyes and fall gently down your cheeks. You linger for a minute, making a silent memory of this moment before you pick up your beach chair, turn, and begin your walk back to the cabin. When you reach the cabin, you settle into an Adirondack chair right by the front door. The light of the full moon is filtering down through the trees. The scene of this beautiful forest-like place, it kind of comes and goes with the breeze as it moves through the tree's canopy to and fro, revealing it and then obscuring it. The ocean can still be heard off in the distance, and it continues to soothe you. You gaze up at the powerful massive oak and maple trees that tower above you. Your consciousness makes a surreal connection while you take in the incredible healing energy they emit. You can sense the wisdom of the gentle tree spirits that reside in the core of these tremendous beings that stand like sentinels through the woodland sanctuary. Once again, you pause within the busyness of your life and the endless thoughts that can often be a distraction that pull you away from the present moment and the peace that you so deeply yearn for. You take a long, deep, cleansing breath and intentionally commit to memory the beautiful gifts you're receiving from God's magnificent creations. The natural world has seemed to come alive and is offering to you the guidance, the knowledge, the insights, and the inspiration that exist within it and in each living thing. You hear with your inner ears that God's messages for you continuously flow outward from all of life. You can receive them if you take the time to linger in moments such as these. These gifts of nature are offered to you on every lofty breeze that rustles through your hair and wafts through your mind. The sweet scent of every colorful flower that flares your nostrils and reaches into your heart. And every drop of salty sea air that sprays upon your face and heightens your senses. And now if you're ready, you can open your eyes and return to the present moment. If you prefer, you can linger in this meditation and ask to receive further guidance for whatever situation in your life that may be causing confusion or perhaps indecisiveness. Or you can just bask in the breathtaking beauty of the temple of your soul's light for as long as you wish. But for those of you who are moving on to the rest of the blog, I will continue. So there's not much to add to this experience, yet I feel sort of the need to summarize, just in case some of you reading or listening to this need a bit more clarity. As we whisk our way through life, rushing from one moment to the next, we may kind of miss life as it unfolds. So our ego mind, it's always anticipating the next moment, the next word, the next escapade. It's never content to simply be, just be, and linger for a while exactly where we are. Being mindful means noticing every detail of our lives, the small things that unbeknownst to us may end up being the big things that can pass by unnoticed while we search for the big adventure or, the big expensive car or house. Sometimes while I'm driving, because my mind kind of goes off in a million directions sometimes too, and driving tends to do that to me. So sometimes when I get in my car, I intentionally decide that I will do this. I intentionally look up at the trees and off to the sides of the road and notice every possible detail I can extract as I whiz by. I think about the fact that every leaf on every tree will never look exactly as it does at that moment. The fluffy purple flowers, I love these fluffy purple flowers that grow back every single spring and adorn the rocky perimeter of this old colonial house down the road, will never be or look exactly as they did the year before. You may not notice it, but it will always be something a little bit different. The cloud formations that gently form and float across the sky may never form again in the exact same way. I often look at photographs and I look at the sky and look at the clouds in the sky and what they look like and the exact color of the sky on that day. It will never be exactly the way it was that the moment that camera snapped that moment, that picture. So when our journey here is complete, I don't think that we will long for our stuff. I think we will think fondly of the times during our lives when we simply appreciated being alive and noticing the miracle of our breath as it enters and exits our bodies, the feeling of our heart beating and allowing blood to circulate, keeping us thriving. We most likely think affectionately of our body that was able to feel the cool water of the sea as we frolicked beneath the dazzling hot sun. I will remember moments with my children when they were little and in awe of the silliest little things. I smile when I think of my son George when he turned 1 and we bought him a tiny red piano. He sat by it dressed in a light blue, like big boy suit. It was so cute. He pinged each note and smiled with such innocence and glee at the new sounds he made with his tiny little fingers. My daughter Brittany, I remember when she was about 4 and she put on my high heels and my big floppy hat and she put her hand on her hip and she giggled with joy at her new fashionista look. She still likes that kind of stuff today. Well, not the big hat and the heels, but you know what I mean. So, and then I think of my daughter Alyssa, who endlessly entertained us with her antics. I especially remember her when she was about 2, standing by the pool's edge. She raised both of her hands over her head and smiling her biggest smile and shouting, "I big," as she then jumped all by herself into the water. The message, therefore, this week is just to stop and smell the roses, so to speak. Linger in the small moments, not just the big ones. In the middle of our experiences, we can pause, look around, and notice everything our 5 senses can take in. Then take a moment and look for the things we may not see with our 5 physical senses, but can notice with our soulful spiritual ones. Life is a blessing and a gift. So let us enjoy every single moment. Okay, so that's it. I don't really have very much to add to this. I'm sure everybody can relate to those feelings when, we're just whizzing around and doing our thing, and then we go, what exactly happened? I'm not really sure. And I always tell people, especially when my daughter was getting married, it's a big day, and you've got so much to do, especially on those big days. It's hard to make time to make a memory. And I said to her a number of times, don't forget, take a moment in the middle of it and just pause, look around, take it all in, and like take a snapshot of that time, that moment, that memory, so that it can last forever. And that's what we can do in the small moments, the moments that just kind of are what they are. Sitting out, like for me, it's sitting out on our patio in the backyard and watching the bunnies scurry around the backyard and the chipmunks running along the fence. And sometimes we had like I don't know if it was a groundhog or something under the shed. But watching in the springtime, like we're watching all these tiny purple flowers and yellow flowers as they spring up along the back lawn. Those times, when you breathe in those moments, they fill you with such gratitude. And the more grateful we are for the small moments in our lives, the more of them we create, because whatever we focus on increases. Just the law of manifestation. So I'm going to end this now because it's already 16 minutes. Whoa, that's a lot. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the meditation and the talking about lingering. And I hope you have a beautiful day, everyone, and take some time to take a snapshot of your life. Sending everybody lots and lots of love and light and peace. Namaste.